All right, it's the BID top 5 offseason acquisitions, and I feel like we're probably going to have the same 5. I don't know about the order, Dallas. Where do you want to start, bottom or top?
I think we got to start at the bottom, and if you don't mind, I'll kick it off, and I'm going to start with the early signing of the offseason. That's Blake Snell, the big $182 million signing. I know you're thinking, really, top 5? That's on the outside? It's because he was the initial move. He was essentially one of the first bricks laid in this foundation that continues to get built by the Dodgers. There was another move made just beyond that, but Blake Snell starts it off for me at the top 5, and we'll get into why.
For me, my 5, Max Fried signing with the Yankees. Because this is a team that just went to the World Series. They lost Juan Soto, Carlos Rodon punching out guys in the first inning. Okay, and then he gave up 4 earned runs in 3 2/3. They needed a guy behind Garrett Cole. Like, if the Yankees are going to get back to the World Series, I'm not saying it's a difficult path. The American League isn't really that great still. But Garrett Cole is going to need some help. They go out and get one of the best starting pitchers. I like Max Fried at number 5.
I can accept that. My number 4 move was the one that I was jockeying between 4 and 5. And the number 4 move was the San Francisco Giants doling out their biggest contract in franchise history to lock up and cement the left side of their infield, but you also supplement that lineup with some much needed power. Now, what that ballpark does to that power or not will be questioned, because taking a look at StatCast, 154 home runs in the career for Willy Adames. If he plays all of his games in Milwaukee, only 121 of them things if he's playing at Oracle in San Fran. So we'll see how that turns out. But that's where that settles for me, is the number 4 move.
Number 4 for me, the D-backs signing Corbin Burnes. Because if you're playing in the same division as the Los Angeles Dodgers, good pitching beats good hitting, but the Dodgers are just good at everything. They have good rotation, good bullpen, good defense, good offense. They have everything. But the fact that the D-backs have gone out there and made Corbin Burnes a very rich man to also build one of the best rotations in baseball. I love the fact that Arizona is not just rolling over and saying, what do you want us to do? We're in the same division as the Dodgers. They don't care. They go out and they add an ace. They already have aces. And they've got me. I've got them at number 4.
I like that. I respect that. I've got my 3 spot going to your 5 spot, and that's Max Fried, the New York Yankees, right? And the reason that I have Max Fried here in the 3 spot is because this was the first move for the New York Yankees in their big pivot away from missing out on their big piece in Juan Soto. So you go ahead and lock up an incredible arm in Max Fried, and that helps everything that you were just talking about, Jared. And you need somebody behind Garrett Cole. You need somebody to supplement what Rodon can be or can try to continue to evolve into. Max Fried led that charge for me. That's why it was a little more important than just that 5th move.
Number 3 for me, Dallas, and this is where I thought you were going because it's the correct answer. The Red Sox trading for Garrett Crochet. They had the 30 start boys. I mean, they have like a combined 4+ ERA. So it's like, yeah, they made 30 starts, but they still need an ace. Tanner Houck made the all-star team. Is he an ace? No. Frontline guy, though. Frontline guy. The Red Sox haven't had an ace since Chris Sale, and Chris Sale hasn't been Chris Sale since 2018. Obviously, he won the Cy Young, but that was not with the Boston Red Sox. They needed an ace. They went out and got one. It's 2 years of control. I think that this move can have even greater impact if the Red Sox figure out how to extend Garrett Crochet. But the fact that they go out and get a lefty, which they had 0 lefties in their rotation, and a dude that can punch out the world, that makes number 3 for me.
I respect that. I actually took a little bit of your medicine from the last conversation we were having. We were talking about the moves and ranking moves, I think, overall. And for me, if they can lock Garrett Crochet up, then I'm all in. Then I'm absolutely all in. Extend the man, lock him up, and I am absolutely sold. So that's the only differentiator for me there. Coming in at the number 2 move, which is where I think we are going to potentially differ. I don't know. I think we might be lock and step here, but it's going to be Juan Soto. Juan Soto to the New York Mets is the number 2 offseason move for all of the reasons that I don't know need to be rehashed. He is the most dynamic offensive player available, and Stevie Cohen locks him up for the next decade and a half in New York. You've got a great centerpiece to continue to build around as the season and the roster will ebb and flow. Juan Soto will be the constant there in New York at the number 2 move of the offseason.
So I'm assuming that you have Roki Sasaki as your number 1. I have Roki Sasaki as my number 2. And here's why. Because yes, here's why. We don't know what he is in Major League Baseball. We know what Juan Soto is in Major League Baseball. So not only are you adding a proven commodity, Juan Soto at number 1, best move of the offseason, I think with Roki Sasaki, how much credit can you really give the Dodgers? He picked them. You can give them a little bit of credit because you've created a destination where a player wants to go when all money's equal and he could go anywhere. So there's credit due there. But in terms of an owner, and we haven't seen any of this really this offseason, an owner saying, name your price and actually meaning it to go out and get Juan Soto, that is a franchise-altering move. Whereas, could you say Roki Sasaki to the Dodgers is franchise-altering? No, it's the rich get richer. The Juan Soto move for the Mets is a franchise-altering move for the next decade and a half. I've got Soto at 1 and respectfully have Sasaki at 2.
And respectfully, you are incorrect, and here is why. Because to think that you could get a potential Cy Young caliber talent for a $6 million fee over the next 6 years, you're going to have that window to see just what this dude turns into. You've also had Shohei Ohtani lay the foundation economically for you as a franchise to be able to capitalize on a superstar presence from Japan. Enter Yamamoto, now enter Sasaki. So it is a 3-headed monster that the Dodgers have capitalized on once again. So to think that you were going to go out anywhere and get potential Cy Young caliber talent for 6 years at $6 million that continues this economic stream of flourishment for the Los Angeles Dodgers, it's a no-brainer. Sasaki is the number 1 best move. And if the Dodgers are being penalized for creating an atmosphere where all things are equal and everybody wants to go and win a championship there, then penalize them all the way to the World Series.
That's our top 5 best moves of the offseason. Leave us in the comments. What's yours?